Welcome back again, everybody, to another episode of Memory of Metal and Dust. I am Hunter, aka the ultra-amerian TTRPGer, and we are now session 4, 5, 6. I have now lost track, because what I thought was going to be a one-session dungeon exploration has now led me into a third video. Again, these are all going to be spaced out. You can tell I record them all the same day, but I'm wearing the exact same fucking shirt. Excuse my language there, but... oh, yeah. This is now the third recording of the same dungeon exploration kind of session. I'm splitting them all up. We got the first level done in the first one, and then the second one happened. We had started with Afro, the robot mecha Ronin, who went down to the second level, got his ass handed to him by a second level fighting man, which I then decided, let's stat this guy out and continue with this fighting man and see how that goes. So we went with the fighting man for a little ways. We came across a group of merchants. We were able to have them come with us to explore. And very quickly, actually, compared to the last level, we found the way to the third final level. And the very first room we walk into on the third level was a room full of statues that came to life and were statted like fighting men. All the merchants died. Hagar, the second level fighting man, is the only one left standing. And so he is going to, he is like taking he's taking the gems that they found from the previous room before they went down with him. So I need to make sure I put those on the map. But we are still in the very first room on the third level, of all things. So let me write down some stuff here really quick. Oh, excuse me. Had a little something in my throat there. So we are now going to move on to the next. Yeah, let me see. There's 2 exits. Again, 1 to 3 is left. 4 to 6 is right. So the left way we go. 10 of Hearts. Leading to a 30 by 60 catacombs. Oh, jeez. Where it says there is a monster in here. So let us go back to the Barrows and Borderlands table and roll a d12. A 6. A 4th level Gamma. How do Gammas work in this now? Because that is not one I've also messed with either. Gamma, gamma, whamma, gamma, gamma, gamma. Gargoyles. Oh, dang it. I don't know how gammas work. I have not played a gamma yet. Can you see I'm slowly just losing my mind here, people? Oh, gamma. Oh, that's the... yeah, no, that's the class. Cleric. Halfcaster. Sidekick. Thief. Gamma. Okay, so 4th level Gamma, so we'll do 4d6 for their HP. That's 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 HP on this Gamma. Thaco of 17. It looks like there's only one 4th level Gamma in this room. So if my character dies, we know who we're statting out next. So let me look around here. Oh, I have to see what mutations he has. Alright, so let's see. So it's a d6 plus 1. 4. So he has 4 mutations, which I have to roll a d100 for. So the first mutation that this guy has is 89. He has thin skin. Sorry, I'm literally just writing all these down on a little note thing really quick. So he gets thin skin, which is -1 from AC, and he gets more damage from fire and acid. And then the next thing we roll on for number 2, 53, Sonic Pulse. Which means he can emit 30-foot cone of sound once per turn. It's like Sorcery Saver causes 1d4 damage and 1d6 damage and defense for 1d4 rounds. Alright. Oh, what did that? There we go. Okay. Mutation number 3. 28. Oh, it has a bite attack. So it's got like bigger teeth. Bite that does d8 damage. Alright, then the final mutation that it has, 74. Oh, glowing eyes. Which means I get a +1 against the surprise attack if it tries to surprise me. But it can also allow it to see in dark. Glowing eyes can be seen in darkness. Okay. Now the question is, I will just roll again a d10 to see what armor this thing does have. 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It has a half-plate harness, which gives it an AC of 5. Hold on, let me write down HP harness. But because of its thin skin, that makes it an AC of 6 instead. Alright, and I have my 4th level Gamma now completely statted out for this fight. So, only on a 1 then is this enemy going to be able to surprise me. Let us see how this goes. And I rolled a 1 exactly. I don't think this Gamma will have weapons. If it's got that bite attack, I'm going to say it doesn't have weapons. So I'm going to say, as Hagar, the 2nd level fighting man, is walking through the catacombs of this 3rd level of this, what is it? Yeah, this crypt level that he's on now. This 4th level Gamma leaps out from the shadows. Even though it's got these glowing eyes, it leaps out. And we'll see if he tries to chomp in on my dude. So let me see here. Hagar, once again, has an armor class of 7. So with a THAC0 of 17 for my Gamma, it needs a 10 or higher. And it will miss. So it flies, so it like leaps over trying to get to my Hagar, but the Gamma flies past it. And lands like right across, and we see like it's got this like thin skin underneath its armor. Its teeth are like really razor sharp. Its eyes are just glowing, and you see like its throat kind of like seems to vibrate as it gets ready to do its Sonic Pulse attack. So now it's time to roll for initiative. And Hagar with the 4 against the 3 gets to go first. So going in with that katana. And let's see, I need to get a... Well, with a 19, that's definitely going to hit. Because that beats a -1. And then... Oh yeah, this is a +2 on the damage. Not +1, because I get the +1 from the strength modifier. And then also with my katana being my weapon mastery, it gets another +1. Oh, wow. So with 12 points exactly. So as like the Gamma... So I actually, so as the Gamma tries to leap at it again, just one swift blow, it cleans this guy as the Gamma leaps through the air in 2. And drops. But it does say I do get some loot though from this thing. So I think, was this from the previous one, or was this from... Yeah, this is from the previous one, so I need to shuffle again my loot table. Because it says in that crypt room that I also find loot. So let us shuffle, 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 shuffle. And what does a 2 of clubs get me in the crypt? A ring of teleportation. This was with 4th level Gamma. When we found a ring of teleportation. Let me see, does it say, oh, it's only one use. Okay, that's fine. Oh, wow. This has been an interesting dungeon adventure. So, let me see here, that was a 10 of hearts. 1 exit, so we walk into down the hallway to the next room. Now let me write this down again, room 3. Which is a 9 of hearts. So we come into, it looks like it leads into a vault room. It's because it's a 20 by 20 vault. It has 1 exit, so we're passing through this room. But it does say there is loot in here. So what loot do I get in this? Do I come across in this vault? Queen of Hearts. This is Queen of Clubs that I drew. Queen of Clubs gives me extreme loot. So there's a bunch of stuff in this vault apparently. So I got lucky. I draw 2 cards. So the first card I draw, 6 of Clubs. There's a fairy in a cage. But it says there was 2 in here, so what is the other one I get? This is a King of Clubs, which it says a Scroll of Resurrection. Okay, so it says on for the fairy though that if I free it, which I'm going to, it would grant me a choice of this level's loot. But however, instead, can I convince it to be my companion? Let me double check something here again real quick for my charisma stuff in human. Oh, that's only for retainers and mercenaries. So let's roll 2d6 here. Can I, with my charisma, can I convince it to try to be like a companion for me and kind of lead the way? I gotta find that table again. I lost it. There you are. So 2d6. 5. Nope. It is not going to let me. So as soon as I release it from the cage, it flies off. So much for having a fairy, being able to make a fairy for my next character if I lost this fighter. Okay, but I have a scroll of resurrection, which may come in handy. Because it says, bring back, it brings the dead character back to full HP. But we go into the next room. The Six of Hearts. So as we're going down this hallway into the next room, there's apparently a trap. So roll a d6, and of course I'm a finding man, so only on a 1 I think I'll be able to find it. I do not find it. So as I accidentally activate this trap, let me see. Let me make a device saving throw then to see if I can avoid getting hit by this trap or not. Oh, nope, I do not. I rolled under my saving throw, so that will be, I take 3 points of damage from this trap, which I'm assuming is just like a bunch of those, it's like the Skyrim, the crossbow trap shooting side to side as I run through it into the next room, which we will now draw what the room actually will be now, which is a Jack of Hearts, which gives me a ghost. If a character has died, their ghost floats through the hallway. On a successful saving throw, the spirit blesses the party 3 to their next roll. If unsuccessful, the spirit blames the party for their death and curses them. If no characters have died, you simply hear spooky wailing. So what kind of saving throw would this be? Because yeah. Oh, this would definitely be a sorcery saving throw. This is definitely some type of sorcery taking place. So there's like, somehow there's this ghostly robot visage appears before him in this hallway still. And that is a 16 on the die, which means I believe I succeed. Let me double check how saving throws work. Let me see. Saving throws. I believe for saving throws, you have to at least meet it, if I recall correctly. I'm trying to double check here. I apologize, everyone. This has been an interesting session already today. I mean, this is now, again, this is my 3rd video, all in the same day, trying to do this. Yep, it doesn't really give me an example for what it says, so I'm going to say if it meets, it beats. So, it says it blesses me. So that means that I get a +3 on my next saving throw. So you see this so Hagar looks at this ghostly robot, and Afro's just like, I understand why you did what you did. It's like, it was a good fight, and you deserve to win. Just take care of my blade, and beware of Dinoco and Arthur Black. And the ghost disappears. Now, what is the actual room going to be? Because we have only drawn basically encounters and traps. We have not drawn an actual room yet. So the room we're actually in now. Okay, 2 of Hearts. So we're now in a T-junction. T-junction hallway. Alright, so now we gotta roll left to right again. Going left. 8 of Hearts. 20 by 20 burial preparation room. writing this all down really quick. I'm sorry. It's just a lot of details I'm trying to make sure I have so I don't miss anything. Okay, so burial preparation room and 2 exits and a monster. Alright. Let's see what this monster is going to be that we have to fight now. 11. Race. Oh no. Let's see. There's another new one for me. Race. Maybe it's under ghosts, I guess? Or whites? Specters. Where is race in this? Maybe it's under ghosts. No, that's ghouls. Where's race in this? I don't see race in here at all. It should have been in W's and it's not. There's whites. It could be a demon, more than likely. No, it's not a demon. It's not an alien. Sorry, everyone, trying to find wet race here. Dinosaurs, dragons. Green skulls, golems, invisible stalkers, liches, statues, lycanthropes. Yeah, I don't see race in here at all. I don't know how they expect me to. Whites, will-o-wisp, whoops, wyverns. Hang on a second. Everyone, I apologize. Maybe I should double check. It could be also in this Boogaloo supplement, more than likely. Let me double check. Hold on. How am I on time? Oh yeah, I'm still good on time currently. Okay, no, there doesn't seem to be anything about monsters here. Yeah, this doesn't make any sense, so I'm gonna re-roll it then. I'm not gonna do something I can't find. Nope, that's 11 again, so 4. You know what? I'm just gonna pick whites for this one. Because I've rolled up a little psychic and I'm not familiar with psychic, so I'm not gonna bother with that. I'm just gonna go with whites. Which is 2 to 24, really? Okay, we'll see what happens here. Oh, 10 whites. Joy. Okay. Let me see how whites are. You know what? Again, since there's a whole bunch, I'm just gonna do them all for the same hit points. So it's 4 hit dice, it says in this book. So 8, 10. So they all have. So there's 10. So all 10 of these whites have 11 hit points. Now let me double check, make sure I need anything else. Well, no, I'm definitely not doing that. It has a. It says it gets a level drain attack. Fuck that. Fuck level drain. I am not going to do that to myself. Oh, actually. Now, it says here that whites are immune to normal weapons and can only be harmed by magic or silvered arms. You know what? Actually, no. I could avoid this encounter entirely. I don't have to fight these. I could choose to evade. Let me find the evasion table in this, because I know it's in here. Yes, I know there's evading in here somewhere. Because I forgot that was a thing I could do, is I can evade monsters. I don't have to fight them. Okay, party size, it's only me. Yeah, I gotta get... I have to get, like, under 50% at least in order to be able to evade these whites in this room. But I do it! So, yeah, even though, like these whites are, like, these whites are, like, all in this room, and he's got, Hagar's got the katana out, and he's like, huh. Now, there is a question, though, because it says whites are can only be hurt by magical silver weapons. So, is there something about this katana that he got from the Mecha Ronin that has some sort of special property to it? 5 is... yes! So there is some sort of weird magical property, then, to this katana. It could be just because it's the spirit of the Mecha Ronin in him. Who knows? But... hold on, let me write down the next room here really quick. Yeah, so Hagar using the katana to keep the whites at bay, evades the whites and goes into the next room. A 5 of hearts, which gives me a 50 by 50 room of the idol. And it says there's a monster in here, so we're gonna roll. A D12. And that was a 10, giving me... there's fairies in this room. Okay. Let's see how many fairies. Okay. So it's a D10 times 10, basically. So there's 20 fairies in this room. Now, how do they react to me arriving in there? Let's roll a D6. Let's roll 2 D6 and see. Because I don't think fairies usually will attack right off the bat, because they're so small. 6. So they are unfriendly or angered. And I think, did this say that there was also another exit too? There is one exit, so I think Hagar's going to try to avoid these too. So again, I need to get like under 50% in order to be able to avoid these fairies. Let's see if I can do it. Oh, I dropped my die again. No, I failed that time. So these fairies are just going to start coming at me. Basically. Let me see. So I got so much in front of me right now, it's crazy. Hang on. So we got 20 fairies in this room. And let me see what they all have. Fairies, fairies, fairies. They all have 3 hit die. Again, I'm just going to roll 3, and that's going to be their hit points for all of them. 11 hit points again. Okay. So 20 fairies, all with 11 hit points each. I mean, these guys are pretty easy to hit, though. But they get 2 attacks. Okay, let's see how this goes. So, we'll roll for initiative. Again, green is me, black is the fairies. I get to go first. And let me double check everything again here again. Okay, still doing good. Alright, time to roll to hit. And let me see, the fairies are AC 9. So I only have to get a 9 or higher. And I get +1 on my rolls. 8, I miss. So as the fairy's like, whoosh! As the fairy like flies off, I try to swing to hit it. And then I get... So we'll say that it says they can either do 1d6 +1 with swords, or 1d6 +1 with bows. So they have a THAC0 of 16. So in order to hit my armor class, they also have to get 9 or higher. So we'll say 10 have swords and 10 have bows. I will roll 5 at a time. So we'll do the 10 swords first. And again, they have to get, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4 hits. Okay, so this will be 4d6 +4 then. Whew. Okay, so let's see how this goes. So that's 10, 15, 19 points of damage. As these flares come in and I'm like poked with these magical swords, I would go down. Except on my person from the previous room I found was that Scroll of Resurrection, which activates on my person and will revive me back to full health, which I believe was 18 hit points. So they kill me, I fall to the floor, all of a sudden I'm enveloped in glowing light and completely healed. So as I stand up for round 2. Alright, let's do initiative. I get to go first on the 6, and this time it's round 2, I get 2 attacks. And let me double check, I have to get 9 or higher. And that will be 1 hit. And then it's a D10 +2. Okay, so I partially injure one of the... Hold on, I need to get a different pen. I partially injure 1 of the 20. Bringing it down to like 2 hit points. But then they all now get to go. So again... 5 with the swords. 1, 2, 3. Only 3 hits that time. So this will be 3d6 plus 3. Oh, I dropped 1. So that's 6, 7. That's 10 points of damage. So I'm down to 8. 5 more with swords. 1, 2, only again 3 more. Also 3 more hits. 8, 9. That's 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yep, that's going to bring me back down again. As Hagar goes down once more, and this time for good. Because that would bring it down to like negative like 3 or 4, but these fairies won't bother trying to heal him. He'll die there, with the fairies all surrounding him and poking him full of holes with their little weapons. And now the question is, do I now make a fairy character and continue? I don't think I'm going to. I think I'm going to end this dungeon exploration here. I think this is where it's going to end, for the most part, with Hagar playing out with all these fairies surrounding him, being unable to complete this dungeon exploration little quest I was starting to do. And I think this will probably end the... this won't end me doing Barrows of Borderlands solo. This will end me doing Memory of Metal and Dust, though. This is where the story will end. So, if I decide to pick it up with a different character or another robot at some point, who knows? It depends on what we'll do. There's other games I also want to do and explore, so I think we are going to end... This will be the current conclusion to Memory of Metal and Dust right now. But I look forward to running more Barrows of Borderlands, maybe solo at some point. Looking forward to do plenty more games, so thank you all for joining me on this crazy dungeon delving exploration that I was going on. I hope to see you all next time here on the Ultra-American TTRPGer channel. Y'all have a good day.